Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. Man, I should have known some of my heartbeats were going to be the first ones on here. Booski Show, what's up? I see you. I see you. Hey, baby Barack, aka Mr. John, what's up? Hey, Breezy Bree, what's up? Hey. So look, we got some Family League friends in here today. Can y'all introduce yourselves in the chat? I know y'all here, I know y'all on, but this is about to be a very, very special and fun conversation. Definitely thank you to Miss Amy, if you're watching, for inviting us to come and do this conversation around youth engagement. This is going to be really cool. Hey, Cam, Chaos Smoothies, what's up? Hey, King Core, what's up? Hey. Where my Family League folks at? Let's just drop some names in the chat real quick. Take a lead from our heartbeats right there. Stinker here, what's up, Stinker? Yo, we got a lot of young people that joined us today, more than what I invited. So this conversation is really about to be fun. I see Miss Anna. Hey, Miss Anna from the Y and Graceland. Okay. Y'all see my mother on here, y'all. My mother, y'all. She don't miss an opportunity to jump on live. Hey, ma. Hey, Art. That's my man, Art. Yo, I love Art. Heartbeats. Make sure y'all show Mr. Art all of the love, y'all, because he is one who is excited about having a HeartSmiles program at his location. So, Mr. Art, definitely a friend of HeartSmiles. Hey, Miss Amy. I see Miss Amy there. What's up? What's up? We got more folks coming, y'all. But as people are introducing themselves in the comments, let me just take just like a minute or two just to kind of set the stage so that you guys know kind of where we are. Mr. Ark, you can't hear. Can anybody else hear me? If you can hear me, drop some hearts in the chat for me if you can hear me. So then that way we know Mr. Eric got some tech work to do on his end. But hey, Missouri, I see you, Missouri. Good to have you here. Valicina, hey, what's up? Dominique, what's up? Patricia, hey. They can hear me, Mr. Eric. And Dominique says they dropping hearts. They can hear me. Hey, get your tech together. You ain't gonna want to miss this conversation. Hey, Miss Victoria, what's up? Good to have you here. But so we're gonna have this conversation, y'all, around youth engagement with a specific emphasis on that authentic engagement, especially during crisis. Now, when me and Miss Amy was talking about this, right, I was super excited to do it off the break. So let me just start there. But it's one of those things where you can't really tell somebody. It's truly one of those things where you really got to show what it is, talk through, demonstrate, and really provide like that real life experience. I could have came here with a PowerPoint, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I ain't got no PowerPoint, so sorry to disappoint you if you were looking forward to a PowerPoint. I ain't got no Word document, no long curriculum, no long lesson plan or anything like that. So sorry for anybody who came to be bored with those type of things. That's not this type of conversation. This conversation is going to be a very dynamic conversation. And I invited some young people to the conversation just to make it more real so that you guys can really see and feel, and we can have a genuine conversation about what this is about. Hey, I see you, Miss Amy said we PowerPoint out. Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Ahmad, I see you in the comments. Hey, Shelby, welcome, welcome, welcome. But I really want for this to be real. And I want you guys to be able to have some real value. I want you to walk away from this conversation either thinking about things that you're doing now or want to do differently, or just being able to say, you know what, I'm already on the right track. I may just need to amp things up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Nothing that we talk about is going to be new information. Nothing new. Most things that we talk about are going to be aha moments in the sense of, you know what, that makes sense. It was somewhere in my mind. Now I need to bring it to the forefront of my mind. This right here is something that I knew about, but you know what? I really maybe wasn't putting it into practice as consistently as I needed to be, or maybe I wasn't as committed to the process. Let me start there. those are the type of aha moments that you can expect to have today. And it don't get no realer than hearing it directly from the young people. So I'm about to let the young people on in a second, but I just want to let you guys know that they don't know anything about this particular conversation aside from the fact that I asked them to come and talk. Now, I did give them some specifications. I told them some things that they can't talk about because there's some things that I kind of want to save to the end. So I told them things like they can't talk about like how long they've been involved with HeartSmiles, how long they've known me, and what are some of the opportunities they've been involved in and some of the trips that they've done, like little stuff like that. I've told them, and you guys will see the reason for that as we get closer, deeper into our conversation. But I'm going to get them on the line, and as I get them on the line, have fun in the chat. Maybe one of my youth leaders, I don't know, y'all want to take charge of helping me keep up with questions and stuff like that in the chat? If you do, get all my questions for me and send them to my phone, and we'll do it like that, and I'll make sure you get taken care of. That's how we do it around here. Y'all, we got at least about 10 to 15 young leaders in the chat with y'all right now, in addition to the ones I'm about to bring on. So definitely make sure that you guys pay attention to this leadership they about to demonstrate. Yay, Stinker, I saw your comment first. Thank you, Stinker. I got you. Y'all comments are going to flow through Stinker. Let's get some of my heartbeats on here now, y'all. And when they come on, y'all got to show them mad love. Drop them all the hearts. Hey, Juan, I see you in here. Hey, Sabrina, what's up? Hey, Mariah. Cam, Chaos Smoothies. What's up?
Nothing much.
You got the professional background today. Hey, King Cool.
Hey, y'all.
What's up? You want to turn us around?
Yeah.
Got us on the gangster lane. There you go. Hey, Corey, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Juan, we love you too. Juan said he loved HeartSmiles, y'all. Make sure y'all show Mr. Juan more love, y'all, because we love Mr. Juan too. And we just got to get more up on here, and then we about to keep that. Hey, Naeem, I see you. Yo, Naeem, if y'all paying attention to the comments, look at Naeem Adams. All of my adult folks who are in the room, look at Naeem Adams. He is, and he's going to the 9th grade, and he is a tech genius. He does apps. He's actually in the process of making a HeartSmiles app for us right now. He does apps, websites, and all that stuff. So definitely make sure that you show that young man all the extra love and all the extra support, because he's doing so much with his talent. Hey, Ma.
Hey.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great today.
Good, good. Look, man, first of all, I appreciate you guys just for saying yes to me when I said, hey, can you just come and talk? And y'all didn't even really know, what the conversation was. And then I gave you all these restrictions and said, well, don't talk about how long you know me. Don't talk about none of the stuff that you did with HeartSmiles. So I appreciate you guys for being brave and willing to come and have this honest conversation blindly with me. So let's start with just a few introductions, and keep the introductions kind of narrow. Just tell people your name, tell them your age, tell them what side you rep, east side or west, because that's important. And then tell them maybe one interesting fact about yourself. We're gonna start with Cam, ladies first.
All right, so everybody already know my name is Camry Moses, or everybody calls me Cam. I'm 16 years old. I live in West Baltimore. I've been living in West Baltimore my whole life. And one interesting fact, I guess you can call it interesting, is I'm a workaholic. Like every day, like I'm always doing something. So that's a fun fact about me, I guess.
Not even lying. Not even lying. All right, King Core, let's go to you.
Hey, everyone. My name is Corey. I go by King Core, as y'all heard Miss Joni say. Y'all know I'm 18 years old. I rep the West Side. you know. And one interesting fact about me is that I actually make YouTube videos.
Do you?
Yes.
Hey. Thank you, King Core. Ma.
Hey guys, my name is Mark Quay, aka Mar the General. Yes, I'm the boss. And I am 14 years old currently, but next month I will be turning 15. Well, 15. Um, so yeah. Something interesting about me. Um, I guess I'm very active. Like I'm always hyper, and like I always like to like. Well, it just started since the quarantine. I always like to exercise and stuff like that. So yeah.
You had to throw that in there. You about to be 15 next month. Yo, you 14, though. Just own it. Some of us wish we could say we was 14. All right. So look, so I'm going to start off by asking you guys just like some regular questions, some real questions, and I want for you guys to answer openly, honestly, and authentically. Just to kind of hint you guys in a little bit about what our conversation is going to be about. We're really going to be talking about like engaging with young people. So it's a lot of people that's watching this live now who they work with young people, they want to work with young people, and they just kind of want to have this conversation because it's a lot of stuff going around about like what's the best way to engage with young people, build relationships, and then y'all know Miss Rona, she done made our life extra hard. So so we're also going to like get into like a little bit of that. But I'm just going to ask you guys questions, and I just want y'all to be real, like how y'all know how to be real and just talking and answering. And Stinker is going to send some of the questions and stuff to my phone. So if we get questions that are relevant, I'm going to ask you guys those questions, and you can feel free to answer those honestly too. Don't worry about hurting nobody's feelings. That ain't what we here to do. We ain't here to coddle feelings. We here to tell it like it is. Cool? All right, bet. So my first question is, when you think about building relationships, right, outside of like your family, but with like adults, like counselors, teachers, and people like that, what is most important to you? And we can start, let's start with King Core on that.
All right. So you said what's most important to me. The thing that's like very important to me is I look and see how like presentable they are. Like when I walk up to them and I say, "How you doing? How your day been?" and something like that, they look back at me with a good like, tell me how they doing. My day was going well. This, that, and the third. So I just look at things like that. So I'm saying, okay, he's about his business. So I can do something with this. So let me. Then I try to like push a little buttons because people be like I'm irky. So I try to push the buttons and see how he'll handle me for real. So if you handle me good, then like I know you the one for me, and we got locked in.
I know that's right. Okay, so adults have told you that you was irky, like in a not so
Yes.
nice way.
No, sometimes it was like I'm irky, but then I laugh about it. Like, this is my little son. He's so irky. This, that.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go to Ma. Get these boys out the way.
Yeah. So something that's different, like working with adults. Well, not working with adults, but like talking to adults is like they will always tell you the truth, no matter what, and they always like be honest with you. You don't never have to question anybody in HeartSmiles at all because people are.
Hold on, you cheating.
Oh, I'm cheating. I'm so sorry.
Cheating, y'all. We ain't talking about HeartSmiles.
All right, but you have to know.
What's most important to you when you building relationships outside of your family? Don't think about HeartSmiles. Think about like random adults who might be trying to build a bond with you. Like say maybe like you in a summer camp or you work in a summer job or something, and you just meeting these adults for the first time.
Okay, so something I can say is like every adult have a story, and something they like to do is like they would like to share their story with you, and those stories give me a lot of young people because say if they went through depression and stuff like that, because adults been on this earth longer than young people, so they always have a story to tell. They always will keep it honest with you and be truthful, and they always like guarantee to like, prepare you for the real world. So that's what I can say about the adults outside my home.
Okay, so that has been your experience at your school, working with your counselors and your teachers.
No.
Yo, well, I'm gonna get you off my live, yo. I'm about to get you off my live. Yo, you're not doing a presentation to look good. You talking, telling the real, yo. Who else hearing this? You know what? I'm gonna go to Cam. You think about it because I'm looking for real, yo. This man is up here like he on a commercial, yo. Bye, yo.
Hey,
Cam,
yo,
talk to us, Cam.
we gotta be like real raw and real on here. We gotta act like we on Elder and Stinker Road Talk. But anyway, what I look for when I'm first meeting adults is like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, what are you offering me? Like, I mean, I already got a lot of stuff going on, but there's always more that you can bring to the table. Like, what are you offering me? Like, an opportunity, leadership, being my mentor, like what experiences did you have? Like, what can you personally help me with? Like, I'm already a lot. Cause like I don't like sugarcoating stuff either. Like I'm nice, but like if I don't like something that they're doing or like they trying to minimize what I can do, I'm not going for that. Like I already had experiences with that, and like, what are you bringing me to the table? That's it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And thank you for being honest and thank you for being real. Ma, is the actor Ma dismissed? Did we got the real Ma back?
Yeah, sorry. I thought you was talking about like people outside of like school and stuff like that, like places professional and stuff like that. But yeah, for real, when I see adults, I feel like some adults don't show leadership at all, and they act childish sometimes. Like they don't act like their age or anything, or don't act like a principal or counselor or anything like that. I feel like adults, they have their ways of like treating different type of children. I think it's like stereotypes and stuff like that, and they have their way to communicate with children as well. And a lot of adults that I've been talking to and stuff like that at school, very disrespectful, very rude, and I feel like they're not ready to work in an environment with kids yet, because I feel like kids and teenagers is the most important people right now on earth right now, because we're the next generation, and we need to learn, and we need to like be respectful and mature up, just because how our age is, some adults discredit us or something like that, and they say, oh, you too young for this, you don't understand what I'm saying, or you too dumb, or stuff like that. They're not being very truthful at all. If you really want me to be honest with you, like, I feel like adults don't understand us as teenagers and kids, because the way how they say we are, I guess I can say, like, say that I feel like because how young we is, that they can say like, oh, that I've been on this earth longer than you, and I know much more than you, and you're on a lower level. Yes, sometimes like be on a lower level than adults or whatever, but we can always build up our mindset to become like adults as well, because we all teenagers and we are that close to be adults, and we are ready to go to college, and we're ready, to become an adult as well. So show us like, reality. Don't show us like no fake stuff, or show us like, anything that's not real. Keep it real for us if you're gonna be an adult. And just become like a better person is like, talking to kids, representing kids as an adult. So yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for being real. Like that was very authentic, and I think it kind of helped set the groundwork for what a lot of this conversation is going to be about. So thank you so much. I do want to ask you a follow-up question though. So when you think about building those relationships with adults who might fall into some of that you just talked about, like what are some things that you are looking for? Like King Core said that he looks for somebody to kind of accept him and don't think that he's too much and willing to deal with, his personality and all the kinks that comes with it. Cam, she wants somebody who's going to offer value and also see the value that she brings and have it kind of be like a two-way relationship. So like for you, what would be some of the things that you would look for with those type of relationships?
I would say an adult that would actually listen and do action, because I feel like a lot of adults, and I can say my grandfather do the same thing. A lot of adults is about words. They just say words, but they don't mean by those words at all. Like if you're really gonna do something, like show me that you're gonna do it, and show me that you are ready to be that person to help any child out or any teenager. Because a lot of people, a lot of teenagers are going through depression. A lot of people are, committing suicide because a lot of things that's going on. And some adults really don't care. Like, they feel like, oh, I have my own life to live and stuff like that. So if you're really going to be there for teenagers and kids, like always listen to us, like, and listen to everything we have to say, and always be there for us, and do more, don't do less. Because a lot of adults, like, what they do is, oh, I'm going to do this, but then they don't do what they're supposed to do at the same time. Like, it's like, don't own up to like what they is trying to do or supposed to do. So that's why I say, like, just listen to us and, be there for us no matter what.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. My next question that I want you guys to speak on is, when you think about like, just like some of the challenges that prevent you from being able to really like create like a bond with an adult who might be trying to help you or have like that authentic relationship, like what are some of those challenges? And if you could say like which one is like the worst one, the biggest one of all, talk to us about what that one may be. Cam, you look like you got something good. I want to start with you.
It's hard to really do like a top one because, like I said before, people be trying to minimize what youth can do. But then also, like, if you're a person that can't have like at least like a little laugh with me or something, then we can't connect in any type of way. Like for instance, my mentor, Miss Tanya, like even though we be serious, like when I be having opportunities or something and I come to her, she might give me my little words of advice and stuff. Like we still be cracking up too. Like it's an enjoyable experience. Like if you too like professional and put yourself in a box and trying to give me something that I wanted, like trying to impress me or whatever, or put on like a front and not showing me the real you, then I can't connect with you. But then people that's like minimizing what I can do, because I know I can do a lot and I know I can bring a lot to the table, and then try to give me like little tests or something to do. I'm like, first of all, you trying to disrespect me. So like I'm not even going for that. Like I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm gonna be able to do. And sometimes I might put myself up there. But if you're gonna like try to minimize what I do, give me a little meeting to come to, have my cell phone mute all this time or something like that, I can't do you. So therefore, those are my top two. Don't minimize what I can do, and don't be too serious. Like I gotta have a little laugh with you.
Wow, that's crazy. You said had me on the meeting and on mute the whole time. That's ridiculous. King Corn, talk to me. Biggest challenges, and then if you can narrow it down, like what's the absolute one that's just like crazy?
All right. So I'm gonna say I agree with Cameron on a not too serious thing. Like you can't just be all the way serious with me, because if you're really all the way serious, I'm not gonna take you serious. Like you gotta have like a little joke with me here and there. Like I just gotta get a little laugh out, because I'm really a laughing person. I'm not a person that just sit there and basically just be so serious all 24/7 straight face and things like that. No, you gotta have a little jokey joke sometimes, then we can get to business for real. But I would say, yeah, let me talk too, because I do got a lot of things to say. I talk the whole time. Like I take over right now. I really keep going. But But it's like sometimes people just gotta put me on play sometimes, calm down, this, that, and the third. But I just want you to listen to what I'm gonna say and not be too serious all the time. So, but my top one is really like not really be so serious with me and like let's have a little joke sometimes.
I love it. Thank you, King Core. And for my heartbeats who are in the chat, make sure that when you comment that you put next to your comment that I'm a youth so that people can pay attention to that. Because Baby Barack put something in the comment and he's a youth, he's 14. He said, be open-minded, throw out the stereotype that youth cannot have valued opinions. Wow. Wow. Thank you for that, Baby Barack. I love it. Ma.
Yes, you said challenges, right?
Talk to us. Are you listening to us, y'all? Are you here?
All right.
Y'all, man.
All right. I would say, again, like what they said, like, joke with us, play with us a little bit. Also, help us out a lot, give us some advice, I would say, because I don't think a lot of adults do that. I feel like they just like say what they have to say or how they think in that moment, but they're not thinking out the box. That's all I can really say. The challenges, about like with adults that I talk to and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Stinker got an important comment, and she's a youth. She said challenges, not being taken seriously and being disrespected. Wow. Hey, Stinker, can you expand on that being disrespected? Because yeah, that's kind of heavy and that's important. Expand on that one a little bit. I would be interested to know what you mean by that. That's crazy. All right. And if you guys have any questions for our young people or even for me, put those in the chat and Stinker going to make sure that I get those questions so that we can ask those questions.
Miss
So,
Jones,
yeah.
would it be cheating if I said something about somebody not coming for a success session or no? I wouldn't be name dropping though.
All right. Don't name drop.
All right.
Don't give
I'm
no
not
timeline.
drawing. I'm not drawing. Okay. All right. So we were supposed to have this person come on to speak on success sessions. And like they said they would come multiple times, but did not come. So when they did say they were about to come, we canceled it because that was disrespecting us. Because we kept anticipating that this person would come and then they didn't. And then also let other youth leaders down because they were supposed to be moderating that conversation.
That's a very important comment, and thank you for bringing that up, Cam. And even though we're not gonna name drop out of respect for who the person is, I'm gonna let y'all know this person that she's talking about is somebody who makes decisions for all of Baltimore City public schools. That's how big we talking about. And what she said is exactly true. They made plans to come and talk to the young people and canceled on us twice. And then the third time when they came, we was just like, nah, don't even worry about it because that's disrespectful. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Cam. Y'all, the comments, yo, Naeem got a great comment. He says, can adults be real with us all the time instead of showing dishonest and disbelief? Wow. And Baby Barack said, my challenges are the patience and tolerance. Remember that I'm not just a youth, I'm a human being. So everything you tell me might not click in my head right away, but it's because of my age. Deep, y'all. All right. So, oh, hey, yo, Carlos trying to play. He said, no, let him name drop. Yo, he tried to bring all the mess. Y'all are crazy. All right, so listen. So let's switch it just a little bit. We're gonna break some of the rules and talk about HeartSmiles just a little bit. When you think about HeartSmiles, right? If you had to describe HeartSmiles in one complete sentence, how would you describe it? Let's start with Mars, since he always forget when I call on him last.
I'm so sorry. I'm not in the ghetto background, but it's a lot of noise down upstairs. So if you repeat the question, I'm so sorry. I cannot. I'm so sorry.
Somebody please come and replace this boy. Do y'all see what I deal with? This is why people don't want to do youth engagement, because this is the crap you gotta put up with.
Ms. Zona.
I swear, y'all, if you had to describe HeartSmiles in one complete sentence, how would you describe it?
Okay. A place that shows love, leadership, and lessons.
All right, that was worth the get on this. Thank you. King Core.
You said just in one word, right?
Well, in one complete sentence. If you got one word, that's cool, but one complete
I
sentence.
got one word. I was on here thinking the whole time. I say, if I had to choose one word about HeartSmiles, I say hardworking.
Hardworking. Okay. Cam.
All right, hold on. I put mine on the napkin. So it says, HeartSmiles is a youth leader-oriented program which provides family opportunities and love.
I like it. Okay. All right. Oh, yo, we getting some comments. Sticker said, best outlet for youth entrepreneurs to build their leadership skills. Wavy Way said, I agree. It's believed that since we are young, we don't know anything, but a lot of people grow up differently. So in my experience, more than that actual adult. Hey, Carlos said, they love you. We can feel it through the screens. Hey, Carlos, they be working me, yo. They truly be working me. All right, so thank you guys for that sentence, right? So y'all know the conversation is around youth engagement. So talk to us around what makes you want to engage with HeartSmiles. Like, and be real. Good, bad, ugly, all that. Cam, you smiling. Go first.
All right, so what keep me coming back to HeartSmiles, like, for the first, like, my first one is probably the family part. Because, like, anytime we come on, just, I can talk about success sessions, right?
Yeah, you can talk about success sessions. We got it.
Anytime we come on success sessions or something like that, like, everybody always commenting. We wake up, good morning, Miss Simone Smile. Good morning. You address us like individually, like, and y'all treat us as people. The second one would probably be like the value. So, like, I get to bring my value to the table, but then HeartSmiles adds a lot to my life, like a lot of value to my life with, like, the opportunities, paid or unpaid, like, experience, like, just having experience and, like, just networking with people and, like, opportunities with people. Like, when success sessions, guest mentor come every day. Like, I talk to at least 3 out of 5 other people a week and, like, email them, even if it's just like the questions that, like, the unanswered questions, giving a little a blurb about introducing myself and something like that. Like, it's a lot with opportunities and stuff. And, like, it keep my pockets be well. In all caps, WELL, like, well. And yeah, they would be like my top 2, like the family and then the value that HeartSmiles brings in my life, and I get to express with HeartSmiles.
Thank you so much, Karen. Y'all, Chicken Wing in here. He said HeartSmiles is good for youth because they help with entrepreneurship. Thank you, Chauncey. King Core, I want you to answer right, but before you answer, tell people when you first started rocking with HeartSmiles.
All right, so we're gonna go way back. So we're gonna go way back. No, but when I first started rocking with HeartSmiles, it's like, Miss Johnny, I always saw you like on Instagram and things like that. So I'm like, so what is really going on? So you know how us youth, we just look, but then we like, oh, all right, that's what that's about, and then we just forget about it. So I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it. I ain't really say nothing about it. Then my mother just kept telling me I was not listening, so I wasn't listening. Then I was a part of CLEAR, Community Law Action with Miss Dominique. and she brought me to one of the coalition meetings, and that's where I finally like met you in person. So I'm like, let me look again. So I was really like stalking the Instagram page. I wasn't gonna lie, stalking the Instagram page, and then like I forgot about it again, like I said. But then here comes Camry, sends me, you should join the success sessions, the 21217 group, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, let me give it a shot, because everybody tells me about it, but I just been pushing them, brushing them out the shoulder for real. But when Camry told me about it, I really like joined the success session. Like Camry said, when you see Miss Simone's big smile, and then you come on, good morning, everything, like it's like you feel all the love, feel like you home. So like I can watch it all day, every day for real. So, but I really started getting into HeartSmiles when I first joined the success sessions. It's like, what was it, like 2 months back? A month back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. And see, you messed up my whole plan because I didn't know that you knew me.
Yeah.
Yo, I swear I never seen you a day in my life. Yo, this man that came on here and messed up my whole plan, yo. I did not know that, Core. Like, that is crazy. So so from my perspective, we first really started connecting during success sessions. And
yes,
people who don't know what success sessions are, I'm about to let them explain in just a second after Mar gives his answer what success sessions are, so that you guys can really know what it is. But Core, have you ever attended anything HeartSmiles in person?
No, never.
Not at all, only online.
Yep, only online through quarantine. Rona got us connected with each other.
So if it wasn't for Rona, then I really, really wouldn't know you.
Yep.
Wow. Thank God for Rona. She brought us King Core. Hey, y'all, if it's any other heartbeats that's in the chat right now who know us because of Rona, like you never attended anything HeartSmiles in person, yo, put some hearts in the chat and let us know, yo, that you were quarantine heartbeat. Ma, do you know what the question is, y'all, or do we gotta remind you? Are you good? What's happening?
I do know the question.
Okay, you wrote it down.
So I think I got introduced to HeartSmiles. Well, not really. Well, online as well. Not this year though. It was like last March. I saw Miss Joni on somebody's page, and they was like, "Oh, I appreciate her so much" and stuff like that. I forgot who page it was, but I remember I seen her several times on stories and everything like that. So it was this tree planting we had last April, and me and my sisters went, and then we really enjoyed our time. We met a lot of new people, and it was fun. So that's when Miss Joni said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have Thriving Thursdays, in April and stuff. You come." So all right, if y'all want me to be 100% honest, I hated Thriving Thursdays at first. At first, I really did. Like, it was so ghetto. I ain't like the environment. Like, I was lost so many times in that building. Like, I did not like Bloomberg at all. So I did probably like 3 times already, and then that's when I never went back. And then during the summertime, I was like on vacation so many times. So then I hit up Miss Joni, and I was like, it's my birthday. So she said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you some birthday money we get back in town and stuff like that." So I'm like, "I don't know this lady like this, so why she give me money?" So that's when school just first started and stuff like that. And she said, "You need to come back to HeartSmiles. Like, I haven't seen you in a mile, like in a bop." So that's when I was like, "All right, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back." And I met so many different people when I first met them, and then that's when I'm like, "Okay, this program is actually cool." When I first came back, it was actually a block party, and it was just so much fun. Like, it was food, it was dancing, it was laughing, it was so much. I brought my friend with me too. So that's when I'm like, okay, I like this program. I'm gonna start coming back. So when I came back, it got so much better. I met so many mentors. I met so many young people, that want to chase their dreams, that had some goals and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, because I was a bad kid at first. And I just wanted to change my life, becoming an entrepreneur and stuff like that, learn about leadership and stuff like that. So that's when I came back, I was like, this program is very helpful. And then I didn't recognize the program was so helpful until I had a gun pulled to my head at Dunbar High School. And then that's when I came back to HeartSmiles. And I was like, I never speak in front of the whole conference room before. We was on the 9th floor conference room. And I was like, I got, robbed today at Dunbar, I'm still grieving from it and stuff like that. And when I mean like about every person in that room came up to me after I spoke, like everybody came up to me, was like, God bless you. I'm gonna be here for you, we gonna get out of this situation together, you gotta stay strong and you gotta be powerful. Like when you talking and when you go around and you talking to other people, you gotta show emotion too, because sometimes I laugh too much and I don't show like too much emotion. But sometimes when I'm going through something like very, very like deep, then I'll like sit there and cry. But like, it's okay to cry. But like, HeartSmiles was always that home when you need help and then you've got opportunities. Opportunities come left or right. And if you're not getting opportunities, you're not ready to become an entrepreneur or show leadership at all because you're just sitting there not doing nothing or not saying nothing. If I never spoke on a 9th floor conference room, I would never met any of y'all or, talk to any of y'all or got any opportunities at all. So, that's when I was first introduced to HeartSmiles. I just love the love, the family, and, the encouragement we get in the room and how we always come together, talk about our problems. So, yeah.
Dang, Ma, when I said keep it real, you really took that and ran with it. I mean that real. Like, dang, yo, I hope all the Heartbeat mentors are hearing you say that you didn't even want to come to Thriving Thursdays, yo. That's crazy, yo. You hated it. That's right, Stinker. He hated it. Like, yo, that is crazy. But you know what? I'm so glad that you found your way because I think for a lot of people who like run programs and who are trying to, get youth engaged, sometimes it can be discouraging when young people with potential, stop coming and then don't even tell you why because you didn't tell me. All I knew that I just ain't see you. And then when you hit me up about your little birthday, I'm like, hold up, I don't even really see you no more. So, but thank you so much, though, for kind of bringing that to the forefront. And tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like, to me, what kind of brought you back really was the culture when you came back and started feeling the love from other people. Is that true or no?
Yes, because at first I feel like I ain't get no love at all. I feel like the first time I came to Thriving Thursday, it was ghetto. Like it was ghetto. Like people, like we had food at Thriving Thursday. Like everybody was like running to get the food. Everybody was pushing people over. It was just a mess. But like, it started to become new people there and I just love the environment. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. We got a question from Miss Kenya Smith. Cam, I'm about to let you answer. And then Miss Kenya, we're going to get into your question and get into some of these other questions that Stinker's collected. Go ahead, Cam.
Yo, that food be good though. So that's why they be running to it. That food, man, what? It's like a family reunion when you at Thriving Thursday. But Miss Kenya said, because since Miss Joni ain't said the question and just had us go, she said students don't follow through with stuff. What advice can you give a fellow student that wants to be engaged but fails to follow up with stuff? I'm gonna answer that one, and then she has a follow up after that. So, basically, I probably would say like if you're in a comfortable, like, well, matter of fact, scratch this. If we start on a clean slate and like you just met a student and you told them to do something like, first of all, you have to like do take a step back and like do a reflection. So like, does that student trust you? Do you make that student feel comfortable? Like, is the assignment, do you think the assignment is difficult for them? Did you reach out to them for help? Like, if they needed help. So you have to think about all of those aspects. And then when you go out, like if they, like some of the questions, answers are no. Like if you don't make them feel comfortable or they don't trust you, I would think like, what steps do you want to take to make sure that they get to that place? So like if they like, maybe they're a rapper or something like that, and you have this assignment you gave to them, like maybe you could talk about they can study and make a song or something like that, and actually think about the things that they like to do and to make them feel comfortable. And like, if they tell you something that's like something that's not, that you don't have to tell somebody else, keep it to yourself. Because I know, like, for one thing, like, if I tell an adult something and I think it's going to be kept confidential, like, I will be more inclined to like tell them more stuff. So like, make sure you keep what's confidential, like, or they think it's confidential, like, keep it in between y'all. And if they don't trust you, like, at the moment that like you gave them an assignment or whatever it is, like, connect them with like a youth that they do trust. So for example, say it's me and maybe Mar needed help or something like that. They know that Mar trusts me, so connect me with Mar to help him with that assignment, or hold him accountable, and like match us up. Like, I can be his accountability partner, he can be my accountability partner, and then they'll make sure it be a follow through. And maybe I can connect with the teacher or whatever it is, the adult, and like make sure that it gets done. Like, you have to think about, do self-reflection, and like think about the people that they actually do trust and are willing to help them, to connect them with. And then the second question was, how would you encourage them to be a part of HeartSmiles? So, I mean, I would tell them to watch the success session. So it's like, I don't know how many months of success sessions but you can go through every success session. You like, go to anyone. They are good. Go to anyone. And like, tell them to watch the success session and like think about that on a more elevated level. So like, how it would be in person. It's good on a screen and all, but it's even better in person. So I would tell them to look at this success session, look at how other youth are engaged in things. So like, look at the comments, because you can still look at all the chat and everything. And like, even on here, there are youth leaders that do present on success sessions. So look at like how intelligent we speak and what life that we bring to situations that Ting did at times. Like, so just look at the success session. So that's what I would say.
Yes, thank you, Cam. Y'all see, I should just let you just go ahead and lead the whole thing. Yo, you got it. Yo, thank you so much for that. King Core, can you describe for folks who don't know what success sessions are? Can you tell them what success sessions is? Because we've been saying success sessions, and I know we got some people that's like, what the heck is a success session?
All right, so basically a success session, we wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Tell them you on with us.
All right, my bad. So it's success session. Oh my gosh.
The ghetto. Listen.
My bad. Like, so we wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning. We get on success sessions, basically the morning session with Miss Simone. And
Wait. Who wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning?
I don't wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning. I wake up earlier than 10 o'clock.
Okay, we wake up 9:30ish. 10 o'clock is when it starts.
You get it to yourself.
What?
Okay, all
right. So you gotta be on there by 10 o'clock, but basically get on there at 9:55 so you can be the first comment. You feel me? So you get on with Miss Joni and Miss Simone, and they talk about different things, different topics. It might be this topic this day and next topic the next day. Then that's from 10 to 11. 11 to 12 that's the guest speaker. So like Camry said, the guest speaker come on, which we're not going to throw shots no more, but one of them didn't come. So that's the guest speaker session. They talk about different things. We ask questions and things like that. Then from 12 to 1 is Ms. Mo's session. And Miss Mo, they got different things. She brings on youth leaders, and they actually be having PowerPoints and things like that, and they come around and they give out a whole presentation and things like that. And Miss Caitlin's session, I never really got to join Miss Caitlin's session. Her session is from 2 to 3, if I'm correct. So Mara Mike can tell you a little more about Miss Caitlin's session, because I don't know. I've never been. I'm sorry.
It's a mess. Ma, tell us about Miss Caitlin's session. This ghetto child.
So I think when success sessions first started, I was on Miss Caitlin's session about every week until, like, I got my grades up. Because at first I didn't go to school because I was like, scared to go to school and stuff like that because I was getting bullied and stuff. And I failed terribly. I had all F's and D's. It was just horrible. When quarantine started and we was doing online learning, I was like, Miss Caitlin, I need help. And her session was very helpful because we was learning about math, biology, Spanish, social studies. So like she will teach you everything. And like, she actually got me above my grade level. Like I have all A's and B's. Like if I can send you the screenshots I showed Miss Joni, like I have 500% on like, biology. Everything I did was like amazing. Like, because I was shocked myself because I haven't seen an A and B on my report card since 8th grade. And that's crazy. So like, it was just very helpful for Miss Caitlin, to help me out with my grades and stuff like that. Even though it was my freshman year, it was kind of, it was kind of hard for me, to focus and stuff like that, being in a new environment now I usually was in. Success sessions, Miss Caitlin's session, like her session is like extremely helpful, to help you get on grade level, and help you with whatever you want, like, cause she know it all for real. So that's what I can say about Miss Caitlin's success session.
Thank you so much, Ma. Cam, can you take what these boys done did and just wrap up what success sessions is for folks?
All right, y'all. So I don't got the close out to a T, but for success sessions, it's like if you want to have success, that's where you start. If you want to be around success-minded individuals, success-minded adults that really care about what you're doing, that's where you start. Like being there, like what I learned from being on HeartSmiles is like being a part of something, like just being there in certain things, like it's the gateway to the opportunity. I'm at every success session, like all 4 of them when we do have 4. So like being there, like it's opportunities. But for success sessions, of course, we wake up with a smile with Miss Simone. That's 10 to 11. Hers is just really like positive PowerPoints and like slides. We had like some real stuff, and then on Mondays and Fridays we have Amaya bring like a artist or a poet or something, and they'll present at the end of Monday and Friday sessions. Then from 11 to 12 we have the guest mentor. One of my favorite ones was Mr. West. If you guys didn't read it, it was the other Westmore, and like he had another guy he had met with the same name, but they had different stories and things like that. But like his story and how he brought life into that was like just the best. And after that, we have like self-reflection sessions. It's basically what I call Miss Mo session. She be having us doing surveys on there. Like she be earning us a little bit too, because she be having the little charts like introverted, actually, like all that. She have all that. She have all your dirty laundry on there. You feel like attacked when you go on her sessions. But I love her though. She be having the little rumbleweeds in the back and all that. Y'all gotta get on because she upgraded her background. And then we got Miss Caitlin. Miss Caitlin just so sweet. Like she just so sweet, and like she always willing to help like with academics and stuff. But we also do have like I remember before, like towards the end, since school was wrapping up, we had like Black Lives Matter sessions with Lene and Mar, and I think we had Jada and Elle doing some of them. But like sessions like that, like she helped us jump into the real too. So I guess that's like a little a big wrap up of success sessions. Y'all gotta respect success sessions, and y'all better watch them.
Thank you so much, Cam. And thank you, Baby Barack. I see you in the comments answering questions and stuff like that. Absolutely, Miss Sandy. Anybody can join. We actually have some 5th graders who do tune in because some of our Teenage Heartbeats mentor younger kids. So the conversation really is relevant and can be relevant regardless of the age. And then we also do our best to try to, cater to people as they are in the comments and, talking to us and asking questions and contributing to the conversation. And just from my perspective, success sessions was our team's response to the whole Rona situation. The day that they announced that schools were shut down, that was the same day that we came up with the idea and the concept around success sessions. And then we we basically launched like that Monday. And it was basically kind of us just saying our kids need some structure and they need something positive and productive to do. And let's just offer this. And little did we know, people would gravitate towards it and really use it as a stepping stone to get ahead. And I'll be honest with you guys, we really almost forgot that it was a pandemic because we were so busy having so much fun and doing so many great things within those success sessions from 10 to 3 that people forgot that we were literally like in a crisis. So I appreciate you guys as our heartbeats for making success sessions a success, because without you guys, it wouldn't have been nothing. So thank you guys for all the, oh man. Now they got the hashtags going, no protest in the comments. This man gonna put bring back success sessions now. He is crazy. So we only got a little bit more time. So I definitely do want to make sure that we address any questions or anything that you guys may have. Y'all, I gotta ask y'all this question about Rona, since we're talking about the whole COVID-19 thing. Can you talk to us about how the pandemic impacted your world? Go ahead,
I'm sorry,
Kay.
I'm going first. I'm going first anyway. So, like, a lot of people will expect Corona to like mess up the whole program, the whole just everything, where HeartSmiles at, blah blah blah. But like, HeartSmiles like not HeartSmiles. Corona made my life like great. Like, it is great for me. Like, Miss Donnie, I remember at the beginning, she had posted something from the guy Mr. Spoon, and he was making a book about like Corona and how it affected youth and everything. I got to be a part of a book. Like, I got paid opportunities. So I mean, we towards the end now. I'm pretty sure I can talk about the opportunities that I've been in. So first aid, mental health, reviving like the Youth Works career edge site for this summer. I got to like expand more with my business, so I do like being more consistent with my business. Chaos Smoothies, doing deliveries every week. What else have I done? I be forgetting sometimes. Oh, I've been on committee with John Hopkins, a youth committee, a youth focus committee. I was on a conference on Monday, representing HeartSmiles with John. And it just opened my eyes to like a lot of stuff and allowed me to do a lot of reflection, a lot of opportunities. Like with youth, you're expecting to be like, oh, like laying down all the time and just everything, just trying to figure out like guidance and everything. But like one thing that has helped me is like creating my schedule and then like really thinking about the goals and things that I want to do. And like with success sessions that helped me like a lot to get to the things that I want to do. Like I've been connected with somebody recently like that could like help lower my cost for how much it costs me to make a smoothie and like things like that. So it's just been like great. Corona's been great for me. Like, thank you, Rona. Thank you.
Yo, somebody drop that in the comments. Thank you, Rona. You is crazy. King Core, how has Rona impacted your world?
All right. I'm gonna say thank you, Rona, too, because if it wasn't for Rona, I wouldn't be here with Success Session. I wouldn't be on this live right now. But I'd say Corona, it really brought the talent out of me. Like, I ain't know like I can come up with like designs that come on t-shirts. Like, y'all be on the lookout. I'm coming ready to start this business, t-shirt business. And thanks to Miss Johnny and his Success Session really helped me with that. See, if it wasn't for Corona, I wouldn't be on the Success Session really trying to grind. So I say really with the talent out, it make me think a little bit more. So now I'm like just sitting home and I'm thinking, I'm like, so what's next? What you gonna do now? You out of high school now, so what's your next move? And it's like it's making me think very hard. And it's like it gets difficult sometimes, but you know, it's life, so you gotta get over it and things like that. So I just say it really brought the talent out of people, and it shows like what you really can do, what's your full potential.
Yeah, thank you so much, King Core. I love it, yo. Thank you. Ma, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
You know, I got a burn file with you.
um, it just affected me so much positively. It's amazing. I'm very thankful of the COVID-19. Um, I hated Dunbar, so the number one thing I wanted to do was like leave Dunbar. I was counting my days, at Dunbar. Like you ex Miss Simone, like we was literally counting down the days until I leave Dunbar. And when I heard they like schools closed, I'm like, thank the Lord, like yes, because I can finally like work on myself and stuff like that. At first I could not go back to HeartSmiles because I had like family issues and stuff like that, and they didn't want me to come back to HeartSmiles, so it affected me a lot right there. And then I had to go to school too. But since this COVID-19 success sessions, it's like been very helpful a lot. I got to meet Steve Harvey. That was like the best moment ever. Like when I met Steve, for real, when I met Steve Harvey, it was like mind blowing. Like I never knew that I was gonna meet him that day. Like it was just so crazy, and like I just thank the Lord for everything, like, he done for me. And also coming out with my session called Spiritual Sundays. It's every Sunday. We praise God, worship God, and everything like that. We combine that with leadership as well, and like with youth and stuff like that. So yeah, like COVID-19 helped me a lot, like with the opportunities, meeting new people, success sessions. So if anything, I'll be very thankful for COVID-19. It definitely made me a different person from what I was before. So
Thank you, Ma. Now, Ma, if you don't mind, and only if you feel comfortable, tell me if you don't. But when we had our closing session, the end of season 1 for Success Sessions, like you said something that literally rocked everybody's soul. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about. You think you know? It was a comment that you made about when we were talking about where would you be if it wasn't for Success Sessions. You know what I'm talking about? Do you mind just sharing that? I mean, and only because I think it's relevant, because people looking at you now, they would have no idea that that's where you came from. And I really need and want for people to understand, like, that you didn't just wake up like this, and that you came from something, and that you've been through something, and you got a story. So if you don't mind, if it's uncomfortable, just say, Ms. Joni, it's uncomfortable. But if you don't mind, if you could share that, I think it would add so much value to the conversation, especially for our folks who are listening.
yeah, I'll definitely say what I said because I'm a much happier person now. I don't think I'm ever going back to life again because like it's depressing. Who want to live a life like this? So there's a lot of teenagers out here that just need help and stuff like that. But basically not for success sessions, but like for HeartSmiles, period. If it wasn't for HeartSmiles, I would probably be dead right now underneath the ground, like for real. And why I said it because I was going through so much, like I really wanted to kill myself, and it was just like so much going on in my head and dealing with things at school and at home. Like that it's not a place or something that you want to be or do at all. And for me to like overcome it, I'm very proud of myself. Because if it wasn't for Miss Joni, Miss Simone, I'm telling y'all like right now, like if y'all was never on this world, like Miss Simone, Miss Joni, Elder, everybody helped me out, get through this and everything like that, I will be dead, like right now. Like for real. It'll probably say July 22nd, 2005 to whatever time in 2019. Because I was just going through a lot, like a lot. And it was just so depressing, going through so much things. I can't even count on my fingers how many things I went through during my school year. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Ma, for your realness and your transparency, because I know that that's not an easy thing to talk about. But I thank God that the situation happened the way that it happened, and that you didn't take your own life, because that would have been a tragedy to this world, because the world needs you. And even just the value that you bring to us, like every day, like I can't imagine like you not being one of our young leaders. So thank you so much for being strong enough to get through it. So I appreciate you. So y'all, as we about to get ready to wrap up in a little bit, I want to get like closing thoughts from you guys, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, and then I'm gonna talk to the folks a little bit and kind of wrap them out, answer some of these questions and stuff. But just give us whatever your final thought is around youth engagement, and for everybody who's listening, especially the adults who plan on working with youth or who are working with youth, if you could leave them with one jewel, like your most powerful jewel for how to be most successful with engaging with young people, like what would that jewel be? King Cole, we're gonna start with you.
All right, there we go. There we go. We got to get on. All right. So you said, what will my jewel be?
Yeah, you're talking to people who want to work with young people or who are working with young people. What's your jewel for them to be successful in that?
I just want, my jewel is, I would like everybody just to listen to us and try to help us, like stay with us, talk to us a lot. I would just want y'all to like really just talk to us. Like we got things that we need to say, get off our chest, and it's just stuff inside of us that we need to let out. So my jewel is just listen to what we had to say and try to get some things out of us that we really don't say out loud.
Thank you so much, King Cool. I love that. Listen to what's not being said. Yeah, I love it. Ma.
Yeah, so a jewel I'll give y'all is if you're not ready to listen to us or care for us or love us like we're your own, you don't deserve to like work with kids at all. If you're not there to talk to us at all or make sure we're good or be there for us, you don't deserve working with kids or adults at all. Because we all need somebody in our life that can comfort us and love us the way that we need to be loved. And don't treat nobody different. Don't show any love to this person and then this person is discuss you and stuff like that. You know, always be there for every child that walks in your room. Make sure they feel welcome and feel loved, no matter what. Because what their day is going wrong and they going through a lot of things, and you sitting there and getting mad at them because they drop a popsicle stick. Like you can't sit there and treat kids and teenagers a different way, because we all are going through something and we all need love for real, for real. So if you see a sad person on the street, welcome to them, give them a smile and say, how your day going? Talk to them, have a conversation with them. Like, you need to talk to us in order for us to trust you. So that would be my dream.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Cam, take us home.
Yeah, and adding to that, with more, like HeartSmiles definitely does that. Like with especially like Miss Joni, like it's not a lot. It's some kids in HeartSmiles that like irk Miss Joni so like all the way.
You can say
But,
a lot.
like, yeah, and she still like reach out to them and do the things that they need because she knows that they need it, even though that like we might not always recognize that's what we need. But I would say like always bring value to the table and like check up on like youth, because it's like some things that you might see like it might be a behavior issue or something like that, but like what's the root cause of that behavior issue? Like people are automatic like, well, adults already like judge somebody based off the things that they're doing and stuff, but like don't check to see like what's going on behind closed doors. And like adding to what Mar said as well, like make sure that they're comfortable. So like even though that like you might just be meeting them, like maybe you can connect with somebody that does trust them and does already help them, and like leave yourself in, like, because we don't always recognize the help that we need, and we don't always recognize the things that are going on, like how that shows and looks on the outside. So always just reach out to us, connect to us, and like bring value to the table.
I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for this great, great conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go for now. I'm gonna stay on for just a few more minutes with my people, but y'all were absolutely amazing. And thank y'all again for doing this without even knowing what you were walking into. So y'all were amazing. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Joni, for letting us come in.
Thank you. Bye.
Of course. I see y'all later.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. All right, y'all. So let's get ready to put the bow on this situation, man. Amazing young people. all of those young people, I'm greatly, greatly, greatly appreciative for. Thank you so much, Stinker, for helping in the comments, and you too, Baby Barack, for helping in the comments. So I hope that this really brought some real value to you guys, and just to kind of put, you know, my little 2 cents in from an adult perspective who's responsible for actually executing some of these things. I really just want to kind of pull out just like a few things that I want for you guys to keep in mind, you know, as you figure out, you know, how can you use all of this great feedback and information that these young people just poured into you. The first thing, number one, culture is important. Whatever kind of culture that you're creating, that's literally going to be like the lifeline, the bloodline of everything that you do. And you know that you've done a great job with building that culture when it reproduces and reciprocates itself without you even being in the mix, where people just have this kind of like unsaid understanding of, this is how I operate. This is what the expectations are. And this is just how we do things. All my heartbeats know, you see a new young person walk into the room, that's the person that you show all the love to. That's the person that you introduce yourself to first. Even in the comments, y'all, because don't get it twisted. Some of these young people only know us from online. They only know us because of Rona. And even in the comments, we see a new name in the comment, what they do. They go right to giving hearts and saying hey to that new person and just bringing in that family feel. So I would definitely say first, look at the culture that you have. And if your culture is cold, if your culture is unwelcoming, then that is definitely probably one of the first things that you got to figure out how to fix. Because without that warm, welcoming culture, you can absolutely forget it. The second thing I would say is let your personality shine. Young people need and want to see who you really are. I'm far from a perfect person, y'all. And I let that be known all the time. I hope CPS ain't listening, but I take care of them boys. And people know you are bound to get a Miss Joni cuss out if you ain't in line. But that's just me, because that's my personality. And to a certain extent, every young people who comes in contact with me or anybody from my team, you already kind of know what to expect, because we are very much our imperfect selves when we're with our young people. We like to have fun. So we make sure that we put that in everything that we do. The third thing that I would say is trust them with the truth. I know that sometimes as adults, we had this feeling that, oh, we got to protect them, or they can't handle it, or, you know, what are they going to think? Nah, trust them to make their own decisions. Trust them to handle whatever it is that you're putting in front of them without none of the sugar, without none of the added additives or anything like that. Give them what it is, and then let them make their decision on whether or not they want to stay. And I tell people that all the time, like even with dealing with me, I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not meant to be a heartbeat, because everybody's not going to be able to take what we give and in the way that we give it. And if that's the case, it's 1,000 more programs that way. And that's just how we do it. No hard feelings. The goal was never to help everyone. The goal is always to help one. And I would almost always say, put your focus on helping that one. And when you put your focus on helping that one, everything else will kind of fall into place. And the next thing you know, that one is telling another one, is telling another one, is telling another one. We don't do no marketing, y'all. We don't do no marketing. Y'all heard that boy. I didn't know who he was. He knew who I was, obviously, but because other people were telling him, not because I was approaching him or because he saw literature, other people were telling him. So when you got something good enough that young people want to tell other young people, then you know that you got the good stuff, whether or not you are doing it in a perfect fashion. The next thing I would say is be the example. And I can't stress this one enough. You got to demonstrate what you expect. Don't be preaching to nobody about being reliable and being dependable and being accountable when you late and you don't show up and you come with excuses and you do all that. No, no, and no. The first thing you ever got to do is be the example for what it is that you expect in terms of building your culture with young people. People can get up here and talk about the hard work because they see the hard work. People can get up here and talk about holding each other accountable and being accountable because they see us holding each other accountable and holding ourselves accountable. So don't be one of those people who, oh, I'm going to tell you this, but then show you a different thing, because I guarantee they are listening to what you do. Yep, they are listening to what you do. The next thing that I would say is validate people's feelings. Validate people's feelings, but express what the acceptable behavior is. People come to us all the time with different kind of issues and feelings and all that stuff like that. Like, look, man, feel your feelings. That is okay, but here's the expectation in terms of behavior, because the world ain't going to care about your feelings. The world ain't really going to care that you scared or that you are in this position where so you feel like you can't move. The world ain't really going to care about that. And you gotta be confident enough to allow young people to feel whatever those feelings are, being frightened, being depressed, being down, but then also helping them to execute the behaviors to lead them out of that. We're going to meet you there all day. We're going to meet you wherever you are. But the expectation is we're going to meet you with the understanding that we can't stay there. We got to climb. We got to go. And then the last thing that I would say, and I don't think that this one can be stressed enough either, which is provide value. You got to be able to provide value. I don't know how many times Cam said it and the boys kind of alluded to it, but that value piece is huge. And it's a two-way thing, not underestimating the value that they bring to the table, but intentionally bringing value to the table for young people to be able to see it. It's the reason why people can get on here and say our food is good. How many of y'all, honestly, at your site you running right now, how many of y'all honestly will have kids raving about how good the food is? You know why our food good? Because I ain't feeding them no crap that I wouldn't put on my table. That's why. So shout out to Storm and Flavors. Shout out to Robin's Kitchen, because they help prepare home cooked meals every single week for every single HeartSmiles program. Anytime you come to anything HeartSmiles, we're always going to have a home cooked meal that is cooked with love and is served with respect. We feed them what we would eat. So when people be sending me stuff about the free lunch and all this stuff, look, no shade to nobody that's doing that, but I'm just saying, like, look, we never did that. We never did that because I wouldn't eat it. I looked at it like, oh, no. But I think y'all get what I'm saying. And then also making sure that their time is valued. When we are asking young people to do things, we're not just asking them to volunteer their time. We make sure that we let them know that their time is valuable. We compensate them financially for their time when they are participating in different projects and when they are doing different things that requires them to do, more than just show up. Like if we ask you to come to a meeting, not only are we not going to have you on mute the entire time, but we're going to compensate you for participating in that meeting. And not that it's about the money, because it's not about the money, but we're not showing up for free. Why would we expect our young people to? We don't give away our ideas and our feedback and help people build great things and do all this stuff to help other people without expecting to be compensated. Why would we ever expect that from our young people? Anybody who has partnered with me and has asked me to bring young people to the table, you can attest to the fact that one of the first questions I always ask is there a budget to stipend these young people or to pay them a decent wage? Always my first question. And if we don't got that part situated, then I'm sorry, but the rest of the conversation is probably going to be invalid at this point, because now that just lets me know that you ain't really thinking about this in terms of value the way that you should. And again, that's no shade to nobody. I'm just telling y'all how we do it over here. That's it. So that's our time, y'all. I hope that this was productive. I hope that this was valuable. Any and everybody knows that I'm always open for follow-up questions, anything that you guys want to talk about or share. I know that this was a lot all at one time, so I appreciate you guys taking it seriously and just kind of soaking it in. Thank you so much, Miss Amy, for allowing us to do this session, because you could have easily said no and stuck to a traditional format of doing these type of things, but I appreciate you for allowing us to operate outside the box on this. So thank you guys so much for everything. I hope that that was helpful. I'll see y'all around. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at HeartSmiles MD. One of my heartbeats. Y'all put that in the chat for me and make sure we get these good folks to follow us. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.